Hey y'all, welcome to Quick Card Tuesdays at Race and Crafts. Today I'm working with a couple a die and an embossing folder. And this is, these are both made by Sizzix. And this is the Ornaments 5 steel rule die. I cut it out of a piece of red scrap cardstock, and then I ran it through the matching embossing folder. And this is the image you would get. Now I'm going to work on the deboss side instead of the emboss side. You can choose whichever side you want to work on. I've got my card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just some white cardstock. I have another piece of white cardstock cut at 3 3/4 by 5 for the inside of my card. And I have 2 pieces of Bo Bunny Mistletoe Collection cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm also going to be using an embossing buddy, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use some Versamark and some tinsel embossing powder made by Recollections. So I'm going to grab this piece of scratch paper here, and I'm just going to give this guy a little rub with my embossing guide. And now I'm just going to kind of rub. I'm not putting a lot of pressure because I really ideally just want it on the raised part. So I'm just going to kind of not put a whole lot of pressure, but just dab it across there. And I have no idea if this is going to work how I want it to or not. This is just kind of playing at this point. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cover. And I'm going to do a little flicking. And I know some people don't agree with the flicking method, but it works for me, so. Alright. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. I'm going to put my lid on this so it doesn't get everywhere. I'm going to grab my heat tool. You know, I got some of it down where I hadn't really intended for it to go, but it actually looks kind of cool. It's got this kind of vintage look to it, but it's got lots of sparkle, so it almost looks glittered, which I'm completely cool with. So let's set that aside, and I'm going to grab a baby wipe and just clean up the leftover embossing powder that got elsewhere. Because it never fails. Every time I emboss, I get powder everywhere. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to grab a piece of paper towel here and dry it. There we go. Alright. Now then. I'm going to play with this here, and I've got some, I'm thinking, how do I want to do this? I'm moving stuff around so I can find what I want. What is this? I think I'm going to use this sentiment. Maybe not. Okay, so let's go with, ooh, these would be perfect. And I think I'm gonna do the Peace on Earth. And all I'm gonna do is go ahead and grab that tinsel embossing powder again. And a block. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. Okay. And I'm gonna grab my emboss pal here and a little bit of Versamark. And this Peace on Earth is from the Joy to the World stamp set by Anna B Designs. Check her out. These stamps are awesome. I love them. And I'm just going to put this up here in the corner and grab a little bit of embossing powder. Alright. And I'm going to do a little bit, oop, see, I told you. I can always manage to get it everywhere. Alright. And I'm just going to take a little paintbrush here and brush this off so it's not where I don't want it. And I know you can't see me, but I've got it really close to my face. Okay, and now I'm just going to hit that with the embossing, or the heat gun. Except I've got one more little speckle there. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting our card going. And I'm going to just grab this sentiment for the inside. And it says, may the spirit of this season, may the spirit of this season warm your heart all year long. And I'm just going to give it a little rub to make sure it's clean here. Because I'm not always the greatest about cleaning my stamps off. And to counterbalance all of the green, I'm going to actually stamp this in some red. And I'm just using Ladybug Memento ink. And I just have this little teardrop, which I'm loving. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I used one of my 40% off coupons, and the whole set was really, really, really inexpensive. It was like $12 with the coupon. Okay, and I'm going to probably get in the way here, and I don't think it was actually straight, but y'all know me. I'm notorious for not straight. It looks like I had a little something on there anyways, but that's alright. Okay, and I'm gonna just grab my stamp runner here. Still not very great with it. And get that lined up like that. And inside the card base we're gonna go oops, and we are out of stamp runner, so I'm just gonna grab this other and the other one here. tight. Here we go. And I'm going to grab the front of my card here. And since I sent that flying, I'm going to check and make sure it goes on the right way. So we're going to line this up. And I'm just going to grab a couple pop dots. Or, you know what, in this case, I'm going to use the outline from an empty pop dot thing. And I'm just going to cut a pretty good chunk. Ouch. Okay. And we're going to pop that guy there. And I'm going to just snip this piece in half. Okay. And then I might grab just a small piece here to go on the very bottom. Because y'all know me, I tend to go a little overboard with the pop dot stuff here. But I don't like being able to smash down my focal image. So I do a little more than I need, but at least I know that my focal image is not going anywhere. And I have knocked my sprayer of water over like 4 times. So it apparently just wants to stay on the floor. So now I'm just going to take all of my backing off here.
Looks like it's pretty good. I got it going pretty good.
And I'm sorry about all the background noise here, but it's a Friday night and we're coming and going and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, there we go. And if you wanted, you could put a little piece of baker's twine coming off of the top there, but I kind of like it plain and simple, just the way it is. So here's our finished card for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all next time.